Welcome back to another video where today we're going to be doing a unboxing review of a tool I was recently sent. So I received this from Kaiweets. This is the KT301P. So the main features of this tool is circuit breaker location. This tool also has a bunch of additional features that we're going to also be going over. So inside the box, you get a nice firm nylon carrying case. So the main tool inside is the outlet tester. So this tool is good for testing the GFCI functions as well as voltage and checking to make sure that the outlet is actually wired correctly. So additionally, the next item you're going to have is the wall. This is used to actually locate breakers on your electrical panel, as well as it has a non-contact voltage function. So you can use this to see if wires are live or if they're shut down. The next item you have is the light bulb socket tester. So the cool thing with this is the outlet tester is three-prong, but with the light bulb tester, it actually is a two-prong setting here. So if you're working in an older house, you can actually just disconnect the socket end here and use this to test a two-prong outlet with the three-prong outlet tester still. Or you can just use the light socket option. So if you're trying to still locate a breaker that a ceiling light or a ceiling fan is operating on, you can use this with the outlet tester and your wand and locate that on the panel. Additionally, the last tool that we have is for bare wire testing. So if you have something like a dishwasher that's disconnected and you're still trying to figure out which breaker is operating that line, you can use your outlet tester and connect to the bare wires and use the wand to still locate. So let's go take a look. I'm going to show you some of the features on a standard outlet, but then also we're going to jump over to a GFCI outlet and I'm going to show you how the testing function on the GFCI works. And then what we're going to do is locate that on the breaker panel. So we're going to start by turning on the function tester here, and you can see here on the top it's saying that's open. The middle would show that it is wired correct, and the bottom would show that it's wired in reverse. So then you would get a notification with the green or the red LED here. So let's test this outlet. So we can see that we have the green LED indicating, and it is also indicating here that this is wired correctly. We're showing that it's operating off of 115.4 volts right now. So when we look at the screen here, we can see on the left-hand side here, we have a little bit of a symbol that's populating. So that's showing us that it's pushing a tone through this outlet back to the panel so you can locate this one, which is pretty cool. So when we do that portion later on, we'll be able to test that out. If this was a GFCI, we could use the test function here, and that would trigger the GFCI. So now that we've seen how it works just on a traditional standard outlet, let's go over to the GFCI outlet that we have, and we're going to test out some of those functions. So we're in a bathroom with a functioning GFCI outlet here. And we can see that this one is running at 106 volts right now. It's jumped up to the 121. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold in the test button, and that's triggered the GFCI here. So we can now see that it's not showing anything. So let's turn the GFCI back on, and we're going to hit the reset button here. So the tester needed to restart, but we can see again that this is functioning here correctly. So let's go take a look at the electrical panel while this is still plugged in, and we're going to see if we can locate the breaker that's running this plug. So now that we're at the panel, we're going to turn on the wand, and what we want to see is this symbol coming up on the actual wand here. So that's indicating that it's searching for a tone, And when we're putting this against the panel, you want to be completely flat here. So we're going to pass over the breakers first, just so it can learn the panel here. And then what we're going to do is go slow over each one. So it's located here. That 27 is the breaker that we need. So let's go back to the bathroom and we're going to check that outlet now. So on first glance, it looks like it's still functioning, but we have the green LED indicator blinking. So we're going to hit the reset here, and we can now see that it's not pulling out voltage anymore off this outlet. So let's go turn that breaker back on. So with the breaker back on here, we can see that the voltage is reading again here. So the wand also does have a little LED here. So with it on, you could just hit that button there and you can see the small LED, which is nice if you're working without any power. But let's test out that final function, which is the non-contact voltage tester. So on the top above the power, we're going to hold that button in and it's going to switch over. We're now going to see a little symbol showing that we're on that function. And we can see now when we connect against the live wires that we're picking up voltage. So this is great too. If you're not sure if a wire is live, you can use the wand to indicate that for you. So I already had a small non-contact voltage tester as well as a outlet tester, but the two tools that I have do not do the same things as this kit, which is nice. My non-contact just shows when a wire is live or not, or an outlet's live, where this one has that function, but it also doubles as the wand for locating breakers, where my outlet tester doesn't test GFCIs, it just tells you if it's wired correctly, where this one has that GFCI function as well as the testing function for it, and it doubles for the compatibility with the wand to locate the breaker that you're operating off of. Additionally, with the light socket tester and the bare wire, this really is an all-in-one kit, which is great for any homeowner or DIY or even seasoned professional. So far for me, I love having this. I'm going to keep this in my truck with me. So this is something that's going to be great if I'm doing any demo on a project and I need to shut down certain breakers or locate certain breakers for wires that we have exposed on a project. So this will be something that always stays in my truck for me. So it's been pretty cool getting the ability to test this out. So I'm going to put a bunch of links and additional information in the description of this video. So if you're looking for that information or you're looking where to purchase this tool, take a look in the description. If you have any other questions about this, leave me a comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.